Hello there, y'all. Well, this is my third attempt trying to make a movie. Excuse me, not a movie, but a video on here concerning the Genesis illustration. I tried with my phone. I recorded it, and so I was trying to upload it, and the audio went out like 2 or 3 minutes into the video. So I uploaded it all the way through. You can see what I was doing. I was making illustration, drawing. So I'm gonna have to do it on here. So my voice might be a little glitchy at times, but I think you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. So let's give it a try. First of all, I want to read to you Genesis chapter 1 and going down to a couple of verses here, and probably to verse 9 or 10 or something other. And yeah, all the way to verse 10 if I can. I don't want to make it too long of a video. But anyway, let's give it a try. It says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. This is just an introduction of what God was planning to do. Later on, we'll see heaven and earth with a capital H and a capital E. And it says in verse 2, I don't think it had nothing to do with this darn stupid gap theory people want to place in there. Because God's not talking about Satan. He's not talking about pre-Adamic race. And it says, and the earth was without form and void. Now that does not mean that it was formless. And if you read further on, and darkness, which is a conjunction, and darkness was upon the face of the what? Deep. So in order for water to be deep, there must be something there to make it be deep. If it's just, there's no eternal bottomless pit, there is no, in other words, there is no bottomless ocean. So the earth, evidently, what would become earth, was under the ocean depths, or the waters deep. And it was, darkness was upon the face of it. It's like it's going to dive for Titanic. It's like 2 or 3 miles down to go to the Titanic, right? And it's dark, right? So there we go. The earth was without, not on the outside of being formed, like in within. That means within, within, without. That does not, the proper usage of words in the King James Bible is what makes it such a beautiful Bible. The Holy Bible, in my opinion. I hope I'm not waking my son up. He ain't been feeling good. But anyway, that's what we have for words. Without, within, oh gosh, I think he is. I'll have to make this video over again. But anyway, let me see if I can illustrate that a little bit. Let's see here. I got a little drawing thing I can do. So let's just put it like this. Let's just say this is the waters. This is the deep. I'm going to disappear. And everything underneath my mouth here, that's the surface of the great deep. See? Alright, let's make that look like a mud or something, or I don't know, some kind of brownish kind of look to it, Yeah, like that. Of course, we know nothing could grow on that because number 1, it's in the water. Number 2, the seeds haven't been planted. And number 3, it needs photosynthesis. It needs light to grow. God made plants to grow by light. So, and this is verse 2. Well, let's make it a little dark here. I don't have a darker blue. Let's make it kind of right about here. Make it dark. Like that. Let's read verse 2 again. It said the earth was without form and void. That's right here. Oops, wrong color. wrong color. And the earth. It's not talking about the planet, it's talking about the earth, that which would become the dry land. Not the planet as a whole. Well, actually, maybe both. The earth as a whole and the land that would be, which would come up later. And the waters would, if you read Proverbs 8, that would help you out a lot too, as to what happened there. The earth's crust, And it says, darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the waters. Let's make it like this. Oops, that's the wrong color. I didn't want to use that color. Let's just put God moving upon the waters. Like that. Okay? And God said, let there be light. Let there be light. I'm just trying to put that there for a reference. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. The light in verse 5 is capital D, and the darkness is and the night is capital N. The introduction of day and night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So we got, let's see here, we got light here. Uh-oh. Almost zoomed myself out. Oops. Trying to draw here. We got light here. I'm talking about this is in a spherical sense. And darkness there, and it's been divided. Now just ignore this little drawing I got here for just a second. Let's see here. Make it big. There we go. Let's just get this out of the way. Now, let's see here. And in the evening, in the morning, of the first day. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. So the waters are all through here, from the top here all the way down to the beginning of the surface of the earth, which will what will become earth. The face. What would it say here? It says the I missed my spot. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. Right there. Okay, so. And God, let's see here. And God said, let there be a firmament, right? Okay, so let me take my handy dandy eraser. And I'm going to draw right here. I'm going to separate this. We'll actually divide it. The Bible says divide. And as I said, there's a reason why the Bible uses the words that it does. I mean, I'm sure it could have used separate and all this other stuff. And divide, and put apart or something other than divide. But, there was a reason why the Lord used these words through the translators, I believe. Okay, so let's just make this right here a little bit better looking. We'll get this. So since we don't have, we have a firmament now. Firmament. Check that out. This is what would become heaven. Okay? You got the waters above, and you got the waters below, which were on the face of the deep, which would become the earth. I mean, it's pretty simple, cut and dry, if you read the Bible. King James particularly. Okay, someone is not going to like me saying that, but he's going to have to get over it. Right, Scott? You're just going to have to get over it, right? Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So we're going to draw the waters in. See, it's not so much deeper anymore, is it? I mean, it might be deep for a little while, a little piece there. But you got waters. Some people believe that this up here became the canopy. Or, You know, maybe became, that was the windows of heaven that was talking about during the flood. Okay, so let's read on further, shall we? Let's see, he says, let there be a firmament. And again, this is firmament. Let me see if I can make a little F there to let you know. F for firmament. That would become, of course, heaven. I'll put H right there. That's a weird looking H, I know. Let's see here. In the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the water. So that's already been done. I think there was an equal amount on both sides whenever it went in the midst. The midst is in the middle, right there, in the middle. So, but I mean, I'm just illustrating this, so I mean, not being perfect. I got a blunty type of drawing utensil, so I'm trying to save a little time too. We're already 10, almost 11 minutes into this thing, and it says here. Let me read on down further here. And God made the firmament firm. Why is it called firm and not expanse as it says in ASB? Because firmament it's not going anywhere. It's not expanding. It's firm. It's staying there. Okay. All right. And divided the waters which were under the firmament right here, and the waters which were above the firmament right here. And it was so. And it's so, you see it. And see, God called the firmament heaven. So, heaven. He called this heaven. This would eventually become our sky. Okay? And again, if you read Proverbs 8:22 on down, it'll help you get a better understanding that, you know, we're specifically talking about the underground fountains and stuff where the water went, you know. And those are the same ones that burst out the fountains of the great deep, burst forth, came up or bursted up or whatever, and that's where the waters were, and that's the windows of heaven, which would be the firmament above, probably frozen, I don't know, came down and the waters came up, and so that's what flooded the earth at that time. And see here, and God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Some Bibles say a second day, or one day, but it's a definite article. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. So let me illustrate with that. Let the waters be gathered unto one place. Let's see here. Trying to find the darn right. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so what if we have this going on here? You got this going on, and you got like little C's. I'm just coloring this to make it look like, you know, there were C's right there, and this would become what you would call the, you know, the foundations of the earth, and this water locked away here and there, you know, in one place. Then you got these C's. That doesn't mean one place with only earth. It means one general location. It means a place, some place to go to. You know, I can't explain it any more better than that. I'm sorry. Okay, so, and it was so, when God called a dry land, this was called dry land, called earth. Capital E. And the gathering together of the waters, he called these things right here, this, and that, he called seas. And God saw it was good, and God said, let the earth bring forth grass. Let me see if I can get this thing small. This is going to be difficult. There we go. Grass, stuff like that, trees, earth, seed within itself, seed producing itself. There we go. Then we got pretty stuff. Okay. And that was in verse 11. But you kind of get an idea now. See, the waters were separated, you know, and divided. Waters went up, the waters stayed down, and the earth soaked in some of the water, and it would become the fountains of the great deep. and other places which they didn't, water didn't go in down into, became seas. And as we know, the earth changed a whole lot after the fact. So put some here, a little bit right there, a little bit right there. Let's get these looking like land pieces instead of sea pieces. Some of them are a little too small. There we go. So here we go. You got the firmament here, which became heaven. The waters above the firmament and the waters below the firmament. Some of that water got trapped and become fountains. Others were became seas. This is the foundations of the earth right here. Well, you can't see my finger with it. Foundations of the earth, crustal plates, whatever, magma, you know, all that other stuff. So, already almost 16 minutes into it. So, read Proverbs 8, though. You know, check out Proverbs 8. It's from 22 and down to give you a better idea, a better understanding. Let me put that here for you. Proverbs, in green. Yeah, Proverbs chapter 8, 22. Sorry. I'm sorry it looks so bad. Hey, thank you. God bless. And have a great day and stay dry.